Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Brian, and welcome back to Mail Call Monday. We got a couple things in the mail that we are very eager to share with you. First off is a shop card from my good friend Chris. He's probably your good friend too, but Mr. Chris Donatone. I hope I'm saying the last name right, Chris. But Chris sent us one of his new shop cards, and it's. I'm going to just say, it's simply awesome. So first of all, love the color. Okay, it's got a CUDA on there. That's just really cool. And then this is Chris, well done. This is an awesome card, man. Really cool. So, and the words on the back, you're very welcome. It is always my pleasure to help you out, no matter what, when, or why. And I know that you will be happy to return the favor to me should I ever need help, which sometimes I do. So it's always nice to have somebody else out there that's got your back. So thank you very much, Chris. That shop card is going to go into the binder of fame that I have down here in the toolbox of fame. And one of these days I'm going to have to show you guys that that binder of fame. Now, on to something of interest to me, other than shop cards, of course, but we finally got those decals back from that gentleman that's over at STS, also known as Scale Model Decals. This guy right here. And if you should choose to contact him, there's his Facebook info down there, bottom of the card, blah, 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 phone number and all that stuff. So we finally got the stuff back. Now, if you don't recall, or you didn't see the episode, we sent off our, I apologize for the glare of the lights, sent off our decal sheet from a vintage Johan ambulance. It's just not going to cooperate. Okay. So you can see that it's smudged up there. They're looking a little toasty, a little worse for wear. I can see that they're actually cracking, so that's not good. So we saw this on Throttle Power. We thought, okay, we'll reach out to this gentleman and see what he can do for us. And we actually mailed these to him, and he was able to take all the measurements he needed to off of these and create a proof that he sent us over email. And then I approved the proof, and then he printed them off and sent them to me. Now, here's the thing. If you're not somebody who's ever dealt with graphic design or graphic artists, when they send you a proof and you sign off on it, you're getting what that image is. There is no, you know what I mean? You know, none of that kind of stuff. So if the color doesn't look quite right, or if there might be something that's missing in the background, it's actually going to be on you to make sure that it is correct. So I had plenty of opportunity to take a really good look at it and say, yes, these are what we want. Now, I neglected to notice that on the originals, and we probably will not see this. I'm going to see if I can get these out of this sleeve here and make my life easier. I don't know if we can see this enough, but it does say the word ambulance ever so lightly in white lettering between the two double red lines. Now, unfortunately, I don't think our friend saw that. And I don't remember it being there, so that when he sent the proof, I didn't look for it. Therefore, thusly, and furthermore, when it showed up in the mail, it is missing the word ambulance in there. Again, that is my fault because I approved the proof, and I didn't realize that that was supposed to say ambulance down inside there. Now, do I believe these are worth the costs involved? You know, because there was the cost of creating and printing this, and then, of course, shipping it. And I'm going to say yes. For me, the cost involved came to around $20, including shipping. And I didn't even argue the price because I felt that trying to go online and find something that was going to match those decals, I would be spending well more than that plus shipping on that, whatever deal that's going to be. But yeah, I really felt that this was worth the money and my time, and it only took just a few minutes of communication between me and the gentleman to actually set up the deal and get everything going. He does send along a little card with application instructions for the decals. I don't believe these decals are anything different than you would get from maybe Power Slide or somebody like that, you know, where you have to actually trim them out and such. The printing process looks like it is a bit different. He does print white apparently, so I mean that's awesome. The only thing I would say is that when you send off, if you choose to send off the masters like I did, take some photographs, some detailed photographs of those, and save them in your phone or on your computer so you can reference whenever he gives you the proofs back, so you can make sure that everything is actually there. So with that all said, I'm kind of happy that I got these back, and I'm going to put them in the model box for the ambulance. Again, one of those projects that I do hope to get to sometime this year or next year, you know, or coming up gear. So there we go. All right, so that's all done, said and done. Now, my friend John, he and I went off to Andy's. We met up with Chuck from Chuck's Hobby Spot, and we hung out with Chuck over at Andy's for a while, talked to Andy, hung out, you know, just had a good old time. I bought a lot of paint. I was really running low on my Tamiya paint spray cans. And then after we went to Andy's, we had lunch and then hung out. We just made a day out of it, you know, just kind of had some fun. And then we decided to stop by another hobby store that's not too far from where I live called Hobby Depot. And judging by the name, you'd think, well, they're heavy into trains. Well, they were, but they're, you know, they've shrunken their inventory down. They're kind of, they're selling now to what the people are actually buying and stuff. So it's an ever evolving type of thing. So we pop in there, and I'm talking to Dick, the owner, and he's also the IPMS president for this region. So didn't know that, but we're talking to Dick and everything, and Dick was telling us about what he had gotten in. He goes, I got this in, I got that in. And me and John are like, oh, okay, all right, okay. He goes, also, I got some Gulf Oil 917s. And we're like, wait a second, what? So yeah, the Gulf Oil 917s. So I had to get one. And yeah, that's the Steve McQueen car right there. I don't know, that might even be Steve McQueen in the car. I don't know if that's a photo from the actual race or not, but that, I had to get this. He was only asking about $40 for this. That sounds like a really good price, a really good deal for me, especially if you're doing retail. So I jumped at the chance of getting this one here. I just couldn't resist it. And he had one more on the shelf, and I don't know if it's there anymore or not, but yeah, I was all over that guy there. And then took a look inside the kit. It is awesome. I know it's a curbside, it doesn't have the engine detail and stuff, but the suspension, the frame, the detail that's involved in all that stuff, awesome. And I just can't wait to get started on something like this. So again, sometime this year. Now I am a little intrigued by this guy back here. What car is that? If you know what car that is, if that's another 917 or a Ferrari or whatever, let me know. I'm curious about that one too. It looks like it could be a 917, but it's a completely different color scheme. So curious about that. But yeah, couldn't resist that. So I had to pick that guy up there. All right, that's going to do it for this week's Mail Call Monday. I'm losing all of my words now. You have to excuse me. I was outside doing yard work until about a half an hour ago, and it is 107 outside in the sun. So I'm not even sure this is making any sense. We'll have to check it out in editing. All right, y'all. I want to go ahead and sign off now. The rest of you have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for all of you that tuned in and watched our video that we did over the Father's Day weekend. And we'll talk to you a little bit later on. Bye now.